Hi.
So good enough. I'm not going to pretend that it's some kind of glorious process of getting out of bed. No, this is exactly how it looks like. Me laying like this for hours. I need to feed my kids. I need to go to work. I've already taken a day off. Day before yesterday. So it's only today to work until the weekend. And I feel completely powerless. And everything that's back there started vomiting at me. Flooding me with memories, good and bad, and feelings I never thought they still exist. And all I want is to stay here in bed. If you are feeling good enough to work, and you want to work, and you want to or if you want to stay in bed. You think you have a choice because you've decided to take part, but the alternative is practically non-existent. So it's not really a choice. I am trapped in this capitalist, fascist, under this rule of capitalism. People are dying under capitalism. It's already been an hour since I woke up, and I am still unable to get out of bed. I feel horrible.
Today I wanted to say something else. I wanted to talk about grief. I am inspired by so many beautiful souls all over the world who experienced loss, went through grief and everything that it carries. Through the pain, the anger, the sadness, the disbelief, until finally they said yes, that did happen. And there's no turning back time. The pain of existence, the tears, the sleepless nights, or those that came and last thought of the day was, I hope I don't wake up. 'Cause if we do, we will have to live with the pain again and go through it again. I guess it takes courage to admit that even they did not survive. I guess it takes courage to admit that even if they did not survive, the people, the relationships, the places, the friends, memories, experiences, we did. For better or for worse. Why? Who knows? I've been asking myself this question countless times. Why did I survive? Why did I survive? What in the actual fuck am I still doing here? Shouldn't I have died already? Who made the mistake of letting me live? I started numbing the pain away with alcohol when I was 12 and immediately got addicted, and got only worse over time. And for a quarter of a century, I've struggled. I've survived being in a cult, and I was lucky to have left when I did, all those years ago. I wasn't hit by a bus, I didn't fall off a bridge, I didn't make myself a single rope swing, like my college friend. I saw loss in the faces of his family, and I've lost the only living memory I've had of him. A t-shirt I packed by accident when I went to visit him. That I grieved too, 'cause it felt like losing him for a second time. I saw the slow passing of my grandmother, who survived World War II, being right in the middle between the German and the Russian fronts. And I saw her slowly, piece by piece, wither away, as I've cared for her for the last 7 years of her life. Until I got a call. No, the call from the hospital that she stopped fighting. And then she was gone. I bathed her, fed her, changed the diapers, washed her sheets, until I didn't have to anymore. I grieve for the loss of my childhood that maybe never happened, because I was constantly in my own head, no matter what. I grieve for the loss of my childhood because there was only one good way to play, and if I didn't play that way, I was punished. I was disconnected. To grieve is to admit loss and say yes to the thought that it's irreversible. If you're not there yet, that's okay. Maybe it's just not your time yet. To admit that time goes only one way and there is no do-overs. We're not taught how to grieve. I wasn't. Every time someone passed, no one would ever talk to me about it. Never. I was left to fend for myself against my thoughts. I was 14 when I thought maybe I should pretend to be crazy to go to a psych ward for the rest of my life. That was literally my hope. They would admit me when I was 18. And I guess it comes and goes. This morning I was feeling lifeless, and now I was finding hard to write anything about grief. And I guess grief comes and goes. This morning I was feeling lifeless, and now I was finding hard to and I guess it comes and goes. This morning I was feeling lifeless, and now I was finding hard to write anything about grief. Life is uneven. I wrote this in an act of inspiration, inspired, as I've already said, by all the people who have enough courage to share that they were in that dark, lonely place, that they grieved, and they emerged on the other side. And yes, we don't talk enough about grief. We don't talk about it at all. No one teaches us that. Why should they? That's sad, and that would make them confront the thought that they too will be grieved, or at least confront, they hope they would be grieved. Life is uneven, and it isn't fair. I know you haven't asked to be in this world, whoever you are, but you are here now with me, with everyone around you, and you will always find a place, a kind word, someone who will reach out that hand. You are loved. You are seen. And we can all make a difference and change the world. By kindness, by a gentle touch, by a drawn outwards hand, by looking at each other, we can make the world a better place without so much pain. Without bigotry, without misogyny. Without the capitalistocracy ruling over us. We are living in a capitalistocratic world. In a capitalist dictatorship. Where the only thing higher than money itself are the people that have it, and they use it to make even more money for themselves. And that's kind of fucked. How much more do they need to have to launch one rocket into space, 2 rockets into space, a whole squadron of rockets into space? How much more money does one person need? They could easily, just like that, provide funds to make the world a better place. Overnight. Start to change. Save us all. But that never happens, does it? Have you seen it happen? I haven't. And I seriously don't think that's how it's supposed to be. So I grieve for the loss of our planet and for the lives that will be gone in the next 10, 20, 50 years due to climate crisis, due to climate catastrophe. And I grieve for myself. Because I do not see a bright future alone. I see change in community when we're together. And when we stand together, we have the power to make a change, to make a difference. I was talking about grief earlier, and to me, apart from what I've already said, grief is to grieve, is to acknowledge loss. And you're sad. It's not possible to turn back time, take back things that you said, what you did or didn't do. Life just doesn't work that way. That's why it's better to hold yourself accountable for the things that you do and you say in the first place than to regret them later. Well, there's a whole nother topic. Do I grieve? Of course I do. There are just so many things I grieve. Things I wish I had done, said, did differently. Grief is good. It's not the end.